to connect into the Facebook and YouTube. I'm here with my prophetic series that I have been releasing. God is speaking. Are we listening? So, prophetic series day 5. Yesterday, I talked about the fact that there are 2 degrees of intentionality that I explore in my book, I Am God's Happy Place. They are turning aside to see, which is seeing in the course of life as you go about your day. The other one is looking to see, or positioning yourself to see as a spiritual discipline, is spending that quiet time with the Lord. It's when you practice his presence, when you become aware of where God is for you at any given moment. It could be happening while you're reading the Bible. It could be happening in prayer time. It could be just happening. It could be happening in worship, but there's a quietness about it where we are practicing learning how to hear from him. We do need to practice both. And of course, seeing God in the course of your life, I explained yesterday, can be found in Exodus 3:3-4, Moses with his burning bush. I covered that yesterday. So go back to yesterday's teaching and you can have a look at that. You'll find that on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. The second way, though, is positioning yourself to see as a spiritual discipline. An example of this in the scriptures is found in Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts. I will look to see what I am to give to this complaint. It's a fantastic piece of scripture where we're seeing how Habakkuk is saying, well, I'm going to let you know what the problem is, Lord. And he does. He tells God everything that is on his heart. We're told in Philippians 4:6-8, be anxious for nothing, but with prayer, supplications, and thanksgiving, make your requests known to God. Let him know. What is it? What is it? What is the issue? So Habakkuk said that he positions himself at his watch. I will stand at my watch and station myself on the ramparts, and I will look to see what he will say to me and what answer I am to give to this complaint. So Habakkuk is bringing an issue along to the Lord and saying, what do you have to say about this? And he's looking to see. So we can hear, we can see, we can hear, we can taste, we can smell, we can feel, we can know things in the spirit. And this is a beautiful example of looking for the solution, looking to see. A lovely example of this is actually in a blog post that I did called Why Jesus, a Little Red Book, parts 1 and 2. There was a crazy healing that took place. Then something else happened. And I can remember being really rattled. And in part 2, I talk about how I was devastated and I came home and I wept and I had a bit of a whinge party and I took my complaint before God. And he said, I want you to worship me. So I settled myself. I strengthened myself in the Lord and I worshipped and all of a sudden I was waiting for the solution. He let me know what the answer was, what I needed to do, and it involved this little red book. It's a great testimony. It involved this little red book, Why Jesus, the little red book, and ultimately the story ends up with people giving their heart to Jesus. But there's this whole journey of listening to God and saying, what do you want me to do next, God? What do you want me to do next, God? Looking to see what he will say to me. It's so important that we start to develop an understanding of the different ways that God can speak to us and that we can go to him anytime. We can see this, looking to see, or in Samuel's case, listening to hear in 1 Samuel 3, where Samuel's going off, he hears a voice saying, Samuel, Samuel, and he thinks it's Eli, his mentor. So he runs off to Eli and he says, I'm here, Eli. What do you want me here for? And Eli goes, I didn't call you. Go back and lie down. And then Samuel hears the voice again and he runs off to Eli and he says, I'm here. What do you want? He said, I didn't call you. Go back and lie down. I mean, we need mentors, don't we? But Samuel was a bit slow getting to the party. There's a whole thing that I could unpack around that, but I won't. I hinted it in my book. And then on a third occasion, he runs off and he hears the voice, and he runs off to Eli and he says, I'm here. What is it that you need to say to me? And Eli suddenly gets with the party and he goes, oh, this is what must be happening. God's speaking to you. Go and lie down in the presence of the Lord. Go and lie down next to the Ark of the Covenant. Go and lie down where God is. So find where God is for you. Spend some time with him and say, speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. And that's where, of course, Samuel is starting to learn how to recognize and respond to the voice of God. It's a beautiful example of why we need mentors, but it's also a beautiful example why we need to spend that quiet time. I call that being still, soaking in the Spirit, soaking in the presence of Jesus. We become saturated like this sponge. It's all dry and hard and a bit crunchy. But if it saturates itself, if it dips into the water, what will happen is it will fill up and it will become a drippy sponge. And the drippier we are with the things of the kingdom, the more we will drip the realities of kingdom everywhere we go. And you know what? I want to be one that's sloshing around in these gumboots that are overflowing with the presence of God and just leaving traces of the kingdom of heaven everywhere I go, intentionally and unintentionally. Anyway, so we can look to see what God will say to us. We can actually position ourselves like Habakkuk. We can bring a complaint, or we can just say, I'm here. I'm here, God. Show me something. Tell me something. Let me know more about you. What is on your heart today, God? Now, that's a good question. What's on your heart today, God? How are you? Who do you want to be for me in this moment, God? Who's on your heart, God? What is on your heart today, God? What can I do to co-labor with you, to cooperate with your plans and your purposes for my life today? What can I do? Which is what I'm doing now. This is what I'm doing now. So that's a beautiful way. Very, very quick teaching. I'll double check comments there. But we can develop the ways of wisdom in our prophetic walk with Jesus. And it's one of the reasons why I run Prophetic Mastery. I don't normally talk about it every live because we don't have the doors open on a regular basis. So they're open at the moment until October the 20th. Once we're full, we're full. There's only so many I actually allow in there at any given moment. So doors are open until October the 20th and then they close. So check that out. The link is there. Check that out. And in the meantime, I trust that you have a fantastic day. And Betty, you're on a different ID, Betty. So I love that you're loving this series. Just giving little snippets to bless people, to think about things. So hopefully it is blessing them. I would like to get on live a little bit earlier, but I was leading something this morning for James Goal, and then I had appointments, so I'm a bit late. But here I am. I did still show up. So I'm going to pop over to Instagram now and just run that past them as well, so I can bless that community. And we'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Yes, we need to stop and soak. God doesn't tell us to be still without asking us to connect. You're right, Betty. I love